Okay, it looks like there's some people coming in, so I'm gonna get started. So, hi everyone, my name is Kate. I work for AAA Northeast, and I am the social media travel marketing specialist. And today we're going to talk a little bit about how you can influence your members into buying adventure travel with Club Adventures. This program we have developed within our own club, and I have just fixed it a little bit so it makes sense to Club Adventures. So you can definitely use all the knowledge that you learned today for other products as well. So let's get going. Um, so, what is a social media influencer? A social media influencer is someone who has built a big following or a reputation about one particular subject that makes their following want to buy things. So I follow a lot of like Amazon influencers or shopping influencers, and I get influenced to buy their products that they're promoting. So in order to do that, there's a couple things and a couple steps that we have to learn in the beginning. And that is making sure that you're gathering your following with hashtags, making sure the right people are following you, engaging with your customers, replying, liking, sharing other bloggers or travel partners within your social media network. Um, so that's kind of the beginning of it. And we kind of want to understand, why do we want to be a travel agent influencer, right? There aren't so many travel influencers out there within sales. So I think it's really important that we start to kind of gather our knowledge in order to be able to sell to our members. And you have the knowledge, right? You know everything about travel. You've traveled, you've been there. So it's the perfect start to start building that audience. You already know your members, and you've engaged with them before, and you know the people that love to travel. So you're already starting to build your audience within your own network. Even if you don't have social media yet, you can start by making those connections with your members. So the first step of this is going to be outreach. So to be an agent of influence, it means you're constantly connected to your following or to your customers. And, you kind of want to be a friend who helps them see the world. So we want you to be able to email them, comment to them, message them, and kind of always be a reminder, like, hey, I'm here to book your travel. I've seen the world, and I'm ready to help you get out there too. Um, so human connection is definitely very important, especially during these trying times. We're finally starting to get our members out traveling, and I'm sure you guys are traveling yourself. So it's important to reach out and let them know that you've been out there, or that you've known members that have been out there traveling, and make it kind of like a safe place so that they understand that it's okay to start seeing the world again. So and you're kind of, like I said, you're making that friendship and that relationship to your member, so they're going to value your opinion and value what you have to say in order to make them comfortable. And I think just reaching out like you normally would, maybe a phone call or an email, and encourage them to speak to you. What are their concerns? What if they're still nervous about COVID? Wherever they're going, make sure that you've researched those places for them, so you can, come back with a a good response to make them feel safe again. So outreach is definitely the number one biggest step. Here is just a little example of what you could say. This could be maybe an Instagram message or a Facebook message, or an email. At our club, we do agent email templates. And what that means is I create marketing messages and emails for the agents to copy and paste. So maybe that's something your clubs could start doing, but this was just a quick little, hope you're doing well. Just let you know I have a Facebook page now, like, let's connect there. So you're already starting to begin that relationship and get them to follow you on all your social media handles. So then they can see what you're up to, where you're traveling to, the up-to-date knowledge about everything that's going on in the world. So that would be, the good first step. Another outreach If your members still maybe aren't comfortable coming into the branch to meet you, you could always set up a Teams call with them or a Zoom call with them, just to get face to face with them and have them feel that sense of security. Step two is going to be engagement. So you're going to want to create stories through your images, right? So, maybe you're going to Italy 1 month and you're going to want to post, your day by day trips, all the places to eat, all the places off the beaten path. If you want to ride bikes, if you want to go kayaking, you want to be able to create that stories for your members, and you want to create the post so that they want to go there. So making sure the pictures are clear, making sure you're commenting if they're commenting back. And then maybe you're not traveling yet. Maybe you would just want to share your favorite destinations or your dream destinations. And you're going to want your followers to do the same, asking them to comment, what's your favorite place? Mine's Italy. Or where do you want to go next? Or are you ready to go traveling yet? So you're always going to want to show and ask a call to action, is what we call it. So then it gets them really engaged and liking and commenting in order to gain more of a following. This is just an example post. So something, it could be, fact, adventures for everyone, from families traveling with their kids to 80-year-olds venturing abroad in school, from foodies and hikers. And then if you noticed here, the very last thing is the call to action. So where do you want to adventure next? Comment below. So that way you're engaging with your members and your following, and they're telling you where they want to go next. And maybe you haven't talked to your members in a while and you see that they commented on it, you could reach out to them, and that could be a sale for you. So it's really important to get those engagement questions. This is just another quick example post of engagement. Share your own love note. This was a little post about missing Italy. And then, you can have them tag you in it if they post. So then you can see, what your members are doing, where they want to go. Another great example of getting them to comment and engage. So then you can, in return, message them back, and hopefully that would turn into a sale. Step three, influence. So now that you built your audience and you've already done your outreach, your members are going to have lots of questions, and you need to be there to help. And mostly, through that private messenger or through email or through the comments. Now is the real time to show you that you're important and that you are a huge value to them, especially with travel plans and knowing all the up-to-date information, especially during these times. So it's a great place to show your expertise and all the things that you're learning and all the partnerships and relationships that you've created with other travel companies. And, this is kind of just another influence post. This one's about, I've been cooped up in quarantine for this long. Comment below where you want to go. I want to make it I can make it happen with the Club Adventures American Experiences. So you're showing, hey, please comment. Everyone's getting ready to come out. And then, mentioning tours. For this example, it's Club Adventures American Experiences. So it's really important to, name the providers in your post sometimes, especially when it comes to Club Adventures or other brands, because it makes the member, recognize that brand, and it gives them that sense of, oh, I know this company. I know that they're, from AAA, so I can trust that I can travel with them. Here's just another quick example post. It's a quote, and then, would you share your experience with me? Tag a friend who would reach out for me for travel planning. So you can, kind of get creative with your call to actions, tag a friend who wants to travel with you, tag a friend who needs help planning, tag a friend if you, want my advice on where to go next. There's a ton of different call to actions that you could get your member to engage. And then the more you build your comments and the more you build your lights on your social media, it creates more people finding your page and engaging in your page. So the more you're on top of it, the more followers and likes and members you're going to get. And then this is kind of the last part. It's all about balance. It's not, all about product or all about selling. You don't want to be, book here or book now, so you kind of need to make it you want to influence them. You don't want to necessarily push your members. Um, you want to continue to grow. Don't ever stop doing your outreach, connect with your members, keep growing your audience with hashtags through Instagram. There are a lot of great tools that you can search hashtags, and it tells you, how many people are engaging with this, how many people are looking at this. And those can kind of help you gain that following. And you'll need to continue to engage with your clients and share your personal vacations through your stories. This will keep you at front of mind when people are thinking about traveling. Um, and you can go out and, especially on Instagram, you can go out and follow travel providers, follow your members, make sure that you're always front of mind, so then they know that they can come to you when they're ready. And that was kind of the last bit. I did leave a lot of time for open questions. And like I said, again, my name is Kate. I'm from AAA Northeast. I do the social media for travel marketing, so I'm always here. If you guys have any questions, or if you would like to know any of the social media trainings that we do within our club, I'd be more than happy to share that with you guys. And then Rachel has a question. Do you have any suggestions on how to share your social medias in conversations with the member? Absolutely, especially if you have Facebook and Twitter or Instagram. What we do at our club is we have our social media handles linked in our signature, so then the member can always go and click and request me as or request you guys as a friend. So we definitely always put it in our signature. And you could even make business cards, have your Facebook handle and your Instagram handle there, so that way your members know that they can connect with you there. And nowadays, it's kind of, hey, do you have a Facebook? Do you want to add my travel page? I share all the up-to-date information on travel and where to go to next and everything, all my knowledge that I've learned during COVID. So it's easy to just kind of just ask your members, hey, follow me. So there's definitely a lot of ways that you can start the conversation going with your member. And yes, that would be cool. Everyone can drop their Instagram handles in the chat now. And Club Adventures also has a Facebook. They also have an Instagram, so definitely go and check them out. Make sure you follow. And there's also a Club Adventures travel agent group just for travel agents throughout the club. And they share weekly information. It's really cool. And all the agents from all the different clubs get to chat and share their thoughts in there. So that's definitely something that you would want to add. Stacey, I love that. Thank you. I hope these tips helped you. I feel like I'm on a Facebook Live, like answering the questions when no one's like talking to me. That's a great question. So Stacey asked, do you edit any pictures before posting or use any platform to edit them? I personally do, especially when it comes to like oceans and mountains. I always do it within the iPhone app though. I don't have a special app. I kind of just play with like the darkness and the brightness within the iPhone. But you could get really fancy and use Canva. Canva is a graphic design tool where you could upload your images there and edit from there. But sometimes the iPhone takes such good pictures anyways, you just have to get the right lighting. But that was a really good question. But they do have a lot of platforms to edit your photos. Do you think stories help a lot? I do think stories help. So something that I was surprised that I learned about was AAA Northeast did a poll on Instagram stories last week on Travel Tuesday, and it was pictures of different destination. It was, would you rather go here? Would you rather go there? Or no, it was pick this destination. Is it Spain? Is it France? Is it Italy? Is it Little Italy in New York City? Whatever. And I thought it was really cool. So I engaged with it, and I asked our social media team later, how many views and how many responses did you get? And they got about 2,000 responses, and they have about 4,000, 5,000 followers. So it was a way more of engagement than I was expecting. So I definitely think stories help, and I think putting in those polls and having your members engage within those stories can definitely help out a lot. That was a great question, Rachel. Okay, so Brooke asked, what platform do you think you'd have room for the most growth in terms of followers? I feel like it's easier for me to get followers on Instagram, but I receive a lot of more engagement on Facebook. So, what I find within the Northeast agents, I find that Facebook is easier, and it's not always about gaining the most followers, it's about gaining the members who who is going to convert into a sale. So we have not done too much training on Instagram just yet. It's on its way. But one of my things that I think about the most, especially when going on Instagram, you want to find the right people and the right members. So hashtags help in getting followers and getting likes and getting comments. And to me, Instagram is more of a place where you can build your brand, where Facebook is a little different, where you can have your members come in, connect with you. You can, talk on Messenger, you can send them links, and it's easier for your members on Facebook to convert to sales. I don't know if that answered your question, because I feel like they're two different platforms to build your brand, but still both very, very important to use to gain those sales as well. Perfect. That was a good question too. Yes, you can create a travel agent page. So you can create, let's say you don't want to have a travel agent business page, right? You just want your personal page, but you don't want your members to be on your personal page because you're posting things other than travel, right? Maybe what you had for dinner or what you did over the weekend. A Facebook group, a private Facebook group, is a great place for you to have control over your personal page, but then you can have the group of just your members where it's private and you can share sales that are coming up, check with your club leader if you can create the group. But yeah, most of the time they would have to be private, but it's a great place to kind of gather all your members in one place, and share instead of an email blast. Every week maybe you send you post in the group like, hey, Royal Caribbean's having a sale today, Club Adventures is having a sale today, it's $500 off, they're having their best summer sale of the year, or whatever it may be. So groups are definitely a great idea. Oh, Brooke, you said a Facebook, creating a travel agent page. I don't know why I thought that was a group that you said, but yes, I also suggest making a travel agent page. It keeps you separate. We want to keep work and personal life separate, right? So it's very easy to create a business page. There's a lot of tools online that can help you, and talk to your social media team as well. But I would definitely suggest having your own Facebook page. But if you don't want to have that page and just have your personal page for whatever reason, maybe you think it's too much to handle, it's great to have that group as an option as well. So lots of options to be able to connect with your members through social media. Yeah, no problem. As of right now, you're welcome, Stacy. Um, right now for tips, I saw before I got in, they were having a class on photography, and I checked that out. I think that's an awesome thing, to, especially when you're trying to become an influencer or, someone who wants to influence travel, definitely having those definitely having those photos, making sure they're not blurry, they're crisp, they're clear. I would say making sure the photography is really well, and always double check when you're typing something for your caption. In marketing world, we call it copy, but in regular world, people say captions. Make sure you're double checking your spelling, making sure there's no errors, making sure the post is very clear, professional. So I would say those are probably my two biggest tips. And Facebook and Instagram are good too, because let's say you do have a typo or whatever, you can go in and edit the copy, but I would definitely take those two tips as the most serious. Oh, that's awesome about Maria, about your stories. That's a great idea. Yeah, if anyone has any more questions. Yes, definitely tagging the images in the places helps for sure. Yeah, no problem. Please let me know if you guys have any other questions. Yes, yeah, definitely email. You can take a screenshot of this if you want. Just let me know what club you're from. But yeah, I'd be happy to help you. Perfect. Perfect. You can email me too. Great, guys. All right. Well, if there's no other questions, I'll hop off. But if you think of anything later, please reach out. I will definitely connect with you through email. Cool. Yes. Thank you, Brooke. Perfect. Great, guys. Well, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I hope everyone is having fun in this event. I liked it. And I hope everyone's traveling with Club Adventure soon, too. All right, guys. Thank you. Bye.